I was in my refrigerator looking for something to eat, and all I had left was the box of Arm& Hammer baking soda. But I was like, well, it says baking soda, so it's got to be edible in some aspect. So I looked on the side for a recipe, and all it had was a recipe for crack. But I should have known because the arm on the front was black, and instead of a hammer, it was holding a gun. So that's my racial humor for the night. Well, we'll see. There might be more to come. It depends. We'll see how this goes. Man, oh yeah, here goes something. This is not racial, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. And I got... all right. I'm about to need a haircut again because my hair is getting to the stage that I kind of refer to as the retarded stage. I mean, not to like harp on retarded people, but they all have really bad haircuts. I mean, Forrest Gump, he looks like he gave himself that haircut with like a pair of safety scissors. And I mean, you know, Rain Man, shit. I mean, he was an idiot savant, but his barber was just an idiot. So I don't know. But my haircut will look good because my girlfriend's going to do it for free. So that's going to be nice. Man, what else we got on here? Oh, shit. Recently I've started riding my bike a lot because I wrecked my car. I rear-ended this truck. I don't know why I did it. I just ran right into the back of it. I should have moved out of the way. It said Dodge right there. But then it said Ram. So I got a little confused and hit it. It's okay. I've got my trusty bike. It's got a flat. I walked here. I don't understand how fat people can refer to themselves as big-boned because I think we're all smart enough to know that there's no bones in the stomach. You know, I don't care how big your bones are. They're not going to really make up for that unless your spine has like some really strange problem right at the base. That's some bad stuff. So who have I insulted? Black people, retarded people, fat people. Going down the list. Yeah, stomach bones. Man, this isn't that insulting, but I'm going to tell it anyways. I don't understand why the Lone Ranger had a sidekick. You know, like, wouldn't that just made him the unpopular ranger? Because that's okay. Well, I thought it was funny. Shit. You know what? I like to play music. I always wanted to start an Oasis cover band. We would call ourselves Mirage. But somehow that vision never materialized. I was in a band for a while, though. We called ourselves the Bumpin' Uglies, which, of course, is a euphemism for sex. And personally, I think it's the most apt euphemism because, to me, genitals really aren't that attractive. I mean, a penis is kind of like a veiny sausage, you know, and a vagina is sort of like a sideways roast beef sandwich. And when you think about it like that, sex seems less like an act of passion and more like a lunch special at Arby's. Like, come to Arby's and try our new sausage roast beef sandwich with our secret sauce. Yeah, it's enough baby batter to make a whole mess of people pancakes. It's a jizzoke, people. Get with the times. All right, well, sometimes that one works. Maybe I need to tell it slower. I was eating at a Chinese food restaurant the other day, and somebody spilled their drink all over the table. And let me see what happened next. They got up and cleaned it up. All right, and I was eating at this Chinese food restaurant, and they had underneath the table, like they had a glass top, and underneath it they had the Chinese zodiac calendar, which is a lot like the American zodiac calendar in that it's completely made up, but it's sort of different because it goes by years, you know, instead of months. And I was looking at it, and it told me that I was born in the year of the boar, you know, and I was like, I can understand that. My ex-girlfriends have told me I'm a boar. So I kept on reading it. It had some of the attributes, and it was like hardworking, always finishes what you start, very dependable. And I was like, wait a second, that's not me. That's not me at all. You know, like, what is this? Who made this thing up? This is absolutely false. And then I realized that the Chinese New Year is not on the same date as the American New Year, and I wasn't actually born in the year of the boar. I was born in the year of the pothead, so everything started to make a little bit more sense. And I've been kind of poor for most of my life. I was really poor when I was young. My mom didn't really have enough money to buy me my own video games and stuff. So, like, what she did instead was just buy me video game magazines. and they had pictures of the games and descriptions. So I was able to read it and kind of enjoy it secondhand, you know. So later in life, I kind of brought that with me, and when I developed other hobbies, you know, like I could buy a High Times, you know, I'd never be able to afford that weed, but I could read about it and look at pictures of it, you know. So it's been kind of helpful. And now I read Success Magazine, so it's really come full circle. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, shit. I like the Ninja Turtles, man. I'm not afraid to admit it. The Ninja Turtles are my favorite superheroes because they're the only superheroes that have to wear masks so you can tell who they are. You know, because those things aren't fooling anybody. It's like, gee, officer, I'd like to tell you who helped me, but they were wearing these bandanas over their eyes. You know, they were 6 feet tall and green with shells, and they were all carrying ninja weapons, if that helps at all. I don't know. To me, the Ninja Turtles would have been so much better, though, if they just had realistic weapons. You know, they're ninjas. They should be able to use whatever's around them to become weapons, you know. Like, but they got nunchucks and sais. Like, those don't flush down the toilet. They live in a sewer, you know, and they got katanas. Like, those things will run you like $1,000 at a pawn shop, you know. And, like, the bow, Donatello, you know, the bow staff, I can understand that. A stick with duct tape in the middle, that's okay. I mean, but the other ones, that's completely ludicrous. It would have been much better if they had, like, more realistic weapons. Like, oh, no, here comes some masked green things about to attack us. Oh, no, that one's got a broken bottle. And that one's got a used hypodermic syringe. And that one's got poop on a stick. And that one's got a bow staff. Look out. Ninja Turtles. They're pretty good. I could never really get behind Iron Man, though, because how could you really support a superhero whose arch nemesis was rust? Yeah. Shit. Vagina's my favorite word, because I love the way it rolls off the tongue. Yeah. I'm somebody who really appreciates sex in the morning, because I find that that's the time that I'm just the most sober. And it's just so much easier to get and maintain an erection. Man, I've got a girlfriend. I've got a girlfriend, and I'm really glad I do because I really like blowjobs. And man, my dogs were getting so tired of that. But at least they put forth some effort, unlike that lazy cat. I'll tell you what. Yeah, nobody likes cats. Okay, no. Well, let's see what else I got on here. My name is Jimmy Peter Smoltich, and my first two names are, of course, synonyms for penis. And when I was young, I was just very happy that my last name wasn't Cox or Johnson until I found out Smoltich meant penis in a different language. So I've been suffering. When I was younger, in middle school, people used to call me Jimmy Smalldick because Smoltich sounds sort of like small dick. You know, and that was my nickname all through middle school until they saw me in the locker room. And then I got a new nickname, One Ball. And so it's been an interesting life. That's why I've kind of like started drinking a lot, that and I'm Irish and, you know, an alcoholic. But sometimes I like to go out and usually I drink beer, but sometimes I like to, you know, splurge and I'll order a baby, which is sort of like a martini, only you can only get it stirred because you can never shake a baby. Yeah. Woo! I did it anyways. I was at this bar the other day, and I fucking went into the bathroom, and on the urinal, somebody had written, "Don't shit in the urinal." And I was like, what? Like, what? Why would you need to write this in the urinal? Is this really a problem? I mean, what kind of a place is this? Do I even want to be drinking out of the glasses at this place? I mean, these were the questions that were going through my mind as I was shitting on the floor, because I really had to go. And then the bartender walked in, and he was like, "Hey, do you only have one ball?" I was like, "Yeah, it's been rough." All right, so Jimmy One Ball Smoltich is going to leave the stage now. Thanks for having me. And please don't call me that. That's going to come back to haunt me. Thanks, Internet guys.